Grandma DC here. I just come off of a really bad fail video. And again, I was talking with some of the women at my support group at work, and they are very intimidated by this whole keto bread, waffle, pancake making excursion. I'm going to break it down as simple as it can get. I bet that sounded loud. Ow. Okay. It is almost too simple. It's kind of like making the jigglers I wanted to make. I made it too complicated. Imagine that. Alright, there are some things you're going to have to get, but here they are. You need something to make it rise. We don't need. Actually, you can leave this out, but it does help, okay? So Isopure, 0 carb, 0 calorie, unflavored. I do suggest you get that. I will link it below. And I have my expensive almond flour, which does have carbs, but not that many. We're going to talk about that because we're going to use oat fiber, which has no carbs. It is no net carbs. Okay? These are our 4 ingredients right here for the most part, and even these can be exchanged. Oh yes. If you don't have the oat fiber, but you've got psyllium husk fiber, this can be interchanged for the oat fiber over here, okay? It's going to give you a little drier texture and a little different taste. Frankly, I prefer the oat fiber to the psyllium husk fiber, or you can mix them 50-50. Like I said, this is such a forgiving way of doing it, it's not even funny. Because I have screwed it up many times, it still turns out. Okay. So, there's another ingredient I need, and I can't remember what it was right now. What is it? We got something to make it rise. We got our flours. We've got, and of course, salt. I like the sea salt. Now, I've got a couple of jars here. They're clean, and I got nothing to do with them, so I'm gonna... this is so, maybe I'm giving away keto secrets. Maybe I should just stop. No, I'm just joking. Okay, equal parts, my friends. That's all you got to do. It doesn't matter whether it's tablespoon, third cup, half cup. I don't care. Let's just go equal parts. Okay, so this is a half cup measure here. And so I want to make quite a bit of this mix, so I'll have it around for a while. Half. 1, half, 2 cups I'm putting in here. Now remember, we're just making a bunch, so we're going to do a lot of different things with it. And I'm just going to show you how easy that is. Okay, oat fiber, same deal. Let's make it a little simple. I got a 2 cup measure here, and I need to use this up out of the sack. I got the rest of it in a jar. Okay, 2 cups. Oat fiber. You do not have to be exact. Okay. I'm going to stir these two together a little bit. I'm going to get a whisk and stir them together better at the end, but there we go. Okay. Now, I like to put the Isopure in. You can leave it out, but I put in less. I got 4 cups of stuff in here, so I'm going to put a half a cup, and it really does not matter. You know, hey, I could even put more. You know, it's very fine. I like the fact that it kind of gets in there and fills in the little cracks. That's all it does for me. And I'll tell you what, this is so forgiving, even if I want to put some psyllium husk fiber in, but I got the oat fiber, so we're fine, okay? Now it's going to need something to make it rise. How much for 4.5 cups of powder do you put in? Good question. And I'm telling you, I usually put teaspoons in things. But I like things to rise. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons in here. Big heaping tablespoons. Because I found out after the fire the other day I have a whole lot of baking powder. I want to use it up. The same with the salt. Grandma Hazel always said salt makes things better. So we're going to throw in at least 2 tablespoons of salt for this much mix. So you remember, it doesn't really matter. If you're just making yourself 1 pancake and you don't want, and you want to use 2 tablespoons of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of oat fiber, and a little bit of rising baking powder. Do that, you know, and a teaspoon of Isopure. I mean, this is just your base. You can't screw this up, honestly. I don't think. You'd have to almost try. I'm going to put this all together. Some people would sift it together. I just want to make sure it's stirred up really well. This is your basic mix. Now, to this, when you want to cook with it or bake with it, a fat, you don't even have to do that. My favorite thing is sour cream. I love it with sour cream, a little bit of water, and an egg. I also like it with 2 tablespoons of butter, a little bit of water, and an egg. I also like it with an egg, sour cream, butter, and, you know, that is how forgiving this is. So you're going to look at an egg for a binder, a little bit of water, and you're going to put whatever fat you like in it. I do recommend sour cream. It just seems to work really well. Now, I'm going to put this mix, that makes sense, into these jars. I'm going to leave some headroom in this jar, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Or grant me some fingernails, please, just for a moment. There we go. I'm a nervous nail chewer. I'm a nail biter. I admit it. All right. And the reason I'm doing this is just to show you how versatile this can be. Oh, I have another jar over here too. I've been holding for this. I think I got this from the Dollar Tree for $1. The others I had a case of after I'd been canning one time, so leftover jars are a wonderful thing. There we go. Okay. 3 jars of your basic mix, and I've got about what do you think? A little over half a cup left in here. All right. What do you want first? Now we've already did my favorites, which were sour cream, an egg, and enough water to make a batter, and we put it into my new little favorite pan here, right? And we made these, which so far has been like my favorite keto bread. I like to split it, and I've toasted it with cheese, put it in the microwave with cheese. It holds up. It tastes close. It's awesome. Okay. I'm thinking I would like these if they were coconutty and add some sweetener to it. Then it'd be like a coconut cookie, you know, cook it in the same thing. That would be fantastic. A little vanilla. You see how versatile I'm saying this is? You could do something sweet with this, all right? Or you could add cheese to the batter, pour it in your little thing, or onto a hot fry pan, like a cheese pancake, like a cheese blintz. You could just make a pancake, period. Put a little sweetener in it, whatever you like, maple flavoring or whatever in your pancake, fry it in the pan. Look at that. What else can we do with it? You guys, the sky's the limit. Send me ideas below. Try this. This is your basic mix. Now what I want with this, and since this is a, pint jar, 1.5 cups, maybe I have in there, because usually 2 cups, it's not full. To this, I would probably add a dollop of sour cream, an egg. It's already got the powder in it to make it raise. What else would I like? Maybe a little maple flavor. Whatever. And then put it in the jar and stir it up in the jar till I've got it mixed up in the jar. And I pour it in my waffle maker. And I'll make a waffle. I don't want to do the whole thing. This would make several waffles. But I'll tell you what, I will do. I want to make just a waffle. Tell you how critical this is. This might make 2 waffles. All right, I'm going to do half the pint. Hang in there. I'm going to throw in 1 large egg. Try not to get the shell in there. Oh, 2 points. Put me back on the basketball team. Okay. Get my sour cream. Now you're asking me how much sour cream. I don't know. I like sour cream in it. I'm going to put me a big old dollop in there. Boink. How come I almost always miss? You know what? I might even go with a little extra. There we go. Put more sour cream, less water. Of course, this is my low-carb sour cream that I made. You know that. All right, spoon. I always like to stir it before I go put the water in. That way I can kind of tell, so I can get a batter out of it. Yeah, definitely. Water. Squirt. Ended up being a bigger squirt than I wanted. 2 tablespoons or so. That's about what a squirt is. Be sure to get it down in the sides. You could probably make this ahead of time. Let it sit in the fridge, like if company was coming. Then you'd have to add water to it because the fiber is going to soak it up. Now what I have here is a pretty thick batter. I want it thinner than that. What am I going to do? I'm going to add more water. That's why I mean this is not a critical, it's not a critical mix. You just got to eyeball it, and that looks a lot better. Add water a little bit at a time. Now I could fry this for a pancake. Sometimes you got to get some of that fiber in there. Now you're looking at about like that consistency. I like that. Okay? Like I said, a batter consistency. Alrighty. Like I said, I could put this away for later, and I could probably just add more water to it when I got ready to use it. But I wouldn't put the water in until you're ready to make it. What I like about the waffle iron is it's fast. Of course, I know if I had a hot non-stick pan that was clean at the moment, still haven't got the brains out of my other one, it would be just as fast. Do it a pancake. So while that waffle cooks, we'll clean up a little, and we'll do another one. I'm just showing you how versatile this is. You do not have to do perfect measurements or anything else, okay? Now, what do we want next? I'm thinking that we could do, let's see, some cheesy ones. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, let's try something different. I have got some individual, I was going to use this tonight and make mini meatloaves wrapped in bacon. That was going to be dinner. And then I can freeze them for next week while I'm working an insane amount of hours. And I can just grab a mini meatloaf and go. I'm going to take one to Debbie. She said she'd never eat another meatloaf that had bacon wrapped in it. She's too rich. I was like, get used to it. This is the keto diet, baby. We never use the word too rich. All right. Tell you what, I'm going to make a mini loaf. That's what we're going to do. I happen to have some of my versatile powder over here. It's the same thing as I got in the jars, okay? And again, I'll just dump that in there. You can figure, let's say 1 egg for every cup of it. How's that? That'll work for you? All right. Now, I'm going to leave the sour cream out this time. I'm going to put 1 egg in. Hoo-hoo, because I like the sour cream. But I am going to put in a little fat. And since I don't have butter melted, I'm going to put in a little coconut oil. About, I don't know, 2 teaspoons, tablespoon, whatever. Now, I am going to stir this together. As I said, stir it together. You see how much water you're going to need to add. Or you could add heavy whipping cream. Or you could add sugar-free 7-Up. Yeah. Some people do that. They say the carbonation helps it rise. Let's try a little cream. I am going to thin that out with some water, though. That'll just add some more fat to it. Let's go with like a tablespoon there. And add some water. There's our waffle. Hot waffle. I burnt my hand. Okay. I burnt my hand and the waffle came apart in my hand. It is so crispy and so light and so delicate. But, look at there. You know, I put sugar in that, but even better. Okay, a little water in this one. I'm going to go with quite a bit of water in this one. I'm going to make this a little thinner batter, because we're going to make a loaf. I didn't say sugar, did I? I said sugar, but you know I meant sweetener, like erythritol. It's my favorite for baking. All right. Speaking of, I want my loaf of bread to be just a little bit sweeter, you know? So it's not quite so bready. Now, that waffle would have been great because I didn't put any sweetener in it. And I put about a teaspoon in there. Teaspoon and a piece of old ash that I haven't got out of my house completely yet. Still got some ash and things. Ash. This will probably make 2 loaves. I'm going to spray them very well. As you can see, I've made this just the same. It's a batter consistency. Put a little sweetener in there. Did not put put the egg in, but I did not put any sour cream, which would have been awesome. You have to just figure out what it is you like to flavor your baking things with. Well, it's going to be, hope they don't run over. I got them a little too full, probably. There we go. It's okay. We'll do something else with that. And stick it in 375, probably about 20 minutes, and we'll check it because these are small. Probably take about 30 minutes to cook them off, though. My grandmother's old cookie sheet, there is no salvaging it. All right. Might have been good if the oven was already hot, but you know, I never think that far ahead. So now, we've had waffle and or hamburger bun, if you want to do it in one of these shapes. Now we're making like a loaf, a bread loaf. You see what I'm talking about? You get your basic mix down, add an egg, and then whatever flavoring. I can turn this into a cookie. Simple. Let me add a couple of tablespoons of my mix here. Another one. Why not? Throw in an egg. Back on the team still. This time, by choice, I'm going to put some brown sugar, erythritol in it. How much? A big tablespoon. That was the chunk I grabbed out of there. Stir it up. You know, cookie dough's a little on the thicker side, right? We're going to need a flavoring in here besides the brown sugar. Well, we don't need it. Might want it. I'm thinking a little vanilla. Doing sweet things, you always want a little vanilla. Just a drop, since that's going to not be very much. I'm also thinking, now see if I have that. That's nice. I think that's pretty good cookie consistency. And I like butter in my cookies. So I tell you what, just for the heck of it, I'm going to add some butter, and then I'm going to add a little more of the powder because that'll probably make it too thin. All right, I got a tablespoon of melted butter here. Gnats. And we go from bug season to bug season around here. Well, that's not too bad at all, right there. All right. Pretty good cookie consistency, I think. I would add a little more of the mix to it to make it a little stiffer. Now I'm going to taste it to see if it's sweet enough. Yeah, I know, I'm tasting raw egg. Never died from it. Oh, I would like that sweeter. Now I've already got I'm going to put in a half of like another teaspoon. As you can see, this is more thinner, and I added some Whey Force chocolate whey powder to it. Has a few carbs in it. I still use the brown sugar, L-erythritol. For these, they'll be like a brownie. I added the egg, I added cream, and a little butter melted. And these just have the butter in them, and the cream, and the egg. So I'm just showing you the different ways that you can add different things to this basic mix and come up with a whole bunch of different things. We're going to throw this in the oven. I was going to put it on a cookie sheet, but my cookie sheet is not clean. So, and before we do, we're going to check on the loaves of our mini bread. Oh yeah, they're coming up. I'm going to throw them in there with them. Maybe we should have made that mini bread a little stiffer. See, you learn as you go. All right, we'll see what it's all like when we get done. Well, as you can see, there's the cookies. I'm glad I put them in that thing. I think they would have just spread out a little more on a cookie sheet. And there's our loaves of bread. They just came out of the oven. Now, I made these thinner, and I put the chocolate in them, remember? So they've risen up a little higher. And I made these thinner. I wished I'd put coconut in these too. That would have been awesome. And here's our little loaves of bread. Okay, hang on. We'll cut into these. Okay, as you can see, we've got our three things all made from the same mix. Our brownie type cookies, our bread type bread, and our just plain cookies. All right. Let's have a taste. Keto cornbread. What it tastes like. All right. Now the cookie with the sugar and the vanilla and stuff. Oh, wow. That ain't bad. Could have used a little more sweetener. Could have doubled up on that. My opinion. I like sweet things. Gotta cleanse the palate with some keto coffee. Now for the chocolate one, and I am really excited about this one. Yeah, not as good as I'd hoped. Well, see, a little thicker, denser, and it made it a little denser in here. More sweetener. It tasted sweet in the batter. It kind of loses something when you cook it. But hey, it ain't bad. Look at that. You know what I'd like to do with this? I'd like to cut this in half and do some cream cheese like frosting and stuff and put it in the middle. I think we can salvage these cookies. Alright, well that was my fun for the day. Now I gotta clean the whole kitchen, which I already started on anyway. And I was just doing this to kill some time and have some fun with y'all. After that I still have to rice up this cauliflower before it goes bad. Got a busy day. My only day off. I love you all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity. And share and share and share. We're almost to 1,500 subscribers. I cannot believe it. I was within like 7 last night. Well, I hope I've entertained you a little bit. You'll have a beautiful day. Later. Bye-bye. Oh, dang cat. That cat just knocked off the dog snacks. I cleaned that off up there. Not for you to lay on. Cat. Oh yeah. Cream cheese, sour cream, sugar, erythritol, stevia, and vanilla. I can salvage anything. Oh yeah. That is delicious. See? You just gotta not talk with your mouth full. You just gotta think out of the box. Or in the box. Whatever. Enjoy your keto baking. Remember, cinnamon, spices, the sky's the limit. Have fun. Bye-bye.